So we're in the final week of, actually, because right now it is, and the event ends here in about 45 minutes. And this event comes up, and if you want to be seconds to enter and then just wait here, nobody else can access the Burodon, and if you do so, and if you can get a person doing any farming of this event. So, as a developer's note, you should probably fix this, okay? Because this can also happen in Cold Run, but the problem with it is that in Cold Run you can use a teleport uh, sign that you get from VIP to get out of it, but those that don't have VIP, they have to wait for the person to leave the area or go away from the sign. Whereas this, there is no other way in. So you should either add it to a travel location that you can go to any entrance, or add it to the travel post. So I'm going to go ahead and go in, though. I'm not going to be a dick. And if you're ever having problems where somebody doesn't move from one of those spots, try to change instances. Um, and again, if all of them are blocked, then your only option is to wait. So, anyway, we're going in here to try to get the Beholder tank. We're going to run this probably a few times. There's only about 45 minutes left. I'm not going to switch characters or anything of the like. Artificer's Workshop is where it's at. Usually unlocked in week 2, I believe. Yeah, or week 3. One of the two, usually. It's the biggest event. People usually try to farm it right away. Little known fact about it, on the PS4, nobody got the Beholder tank within the first, I think it was like 3 hours. So, maybe because not so many people were farming it. There you go. So, going in. This is also a good video for anybody who's already watched my build on exactly how I play. Real life combat, not very challenging combat, but real life combat versus going up to a training dummy. I don't really like this thing. Uh, I hope a developer might be watching it or the like to note that we would really like to be able to skip those cutscenes. Okay, I'm gonna move further down. Oops, I am being followed. Okay, so that was just my L2, followed by Templar's Wrath. Usually does the trick. Love this sword. Ooh. Did everybody miss the switches? There's only 10 of them, so... No, none over here. I don't pick up any items I don't want. Yes, you can kind of see my alliance chat going. Probably going to switch that over to just my recruitment tab. So, yay the eye. Tucked off. Flabbergast. Okay. They want us to kick at people. Knock them out. Alright, so that one's kicked. No. Oh, I passed him. Alright, so got him. 6 out of 10. Got some more abandoned gear for my guild. I don't know why I didn't use Templar's Wrath there, I just kinda did. Alright. Good old coin. Let's see what I get. Crit. Okay, I don't like crit. But this isn't exactly challenging content, so I'm not too worried about it. You have to be level 14 or above to do this. Since I exceed that by more than, 4 times, I think I'll be fine.
Who's that? Beholder tank. Beholder tank who? You're welcome.
Okay, crystal 1 inserted. I usually pack these back ones. Get ready for the shot. Some Bane. Templar's Wrath him. Alright. I'm gonna move back into position because he's probably gonna put up his shield. Had a lot of instances where we just straight up kill the boss and then the shield comes back up. Alright. And then when the shield comes, the boss dies immediately. So
I hate you. You can now focus your attention on the beholder tank.
oops. Just a heads up that if I do manage to get the beholder tank, I'll be extremely ecstatic, but at the same time, I will probably quit the broadcast shortly after.
Would I lie to you?
Yeah, when doing this, it's best to, if you don't have a set party, it's best to leave your current party and just join another queue. Because it usually goes a lot quicker for rejoining rather than someone not being ready, not being party lead, that kind of stuff, having to send queue invites. So it's best to just leave the party and queue for it again. Yes, I would love to skip this. Hey, look, a switch. Somebody else is going this way, so I will go to the next one.
They better start venting gas. I thought they already did. These adventurers really stink. Huh? Maybe they should change their rations.
Poison has enraged me. And has increased my threat. Okay, I'm going straight into the back here. I love how the switches are randomly placed. Just having a little bit of randomness in your task is always nice. Way back here. I'm just wondering if a level 14 would actually have difficulties with this dungeon. I'm guessing so because of the poison, but I'm not really too sure. So, in case anybody was wondering, I don't actually have the comments on right now. So I can't see anybody comments if they're watching or if they joined or anything like that. So, I'll be able to view them after the broadcast. Is anybody going to interact with the door? Okay. Yeah, another thing. You can't interact with the door because too many people are by it. Look up.
The gas is cleared, but the Sverfeblin are still running about. They intend no harm, but you think it might be prudent.
That's kind of the reason why I don't go to Moonstone Mass, though, is because it's hard to get back out. And that's what a teleport post is for. Oh, come on. Okay, got him. No buffs, no heals. Okay, they got that one. They got that one. There's one that has not been. There's another one that has not been. Awesome. Let's take a look. We have about 35 minutes left of the event. Now that's kind of weird. Who are we waiting on? I see 4 of us. Where's the 5th? Oh, they're way back there. Maybe they had to go to the bathroom or something. That happens from time to time. You'll be running with somebody and they'll have to go to the bathroom and they get up and they don't think anything of it. Or they get distracted doing something else. I know when I was doing this last night, I was reading up some stuff. Okay. I mean, doesn't hurry up, we might have to kick him. I hope not, but weird part is I think he's party lead. Doesn't show up in the queue. Here he comes. Alright, awesome. Like I said, usually the people don't just do that, like leave and make people upset.
A mind flayer appears. It uses its
Especially
telepathy
this close
to
to
transmit its
the end of an
bodily
event. Usually
intentions.
everyone's kind of gung-ho
It
for
also
it.
boasts about the imperviousness of its psychic shield. Knock, knock. Who's there? Beholder tank. Beholder tank.
I already have that crystal from last time I did it.
Welcome.
Alright.
The devoted
So
cleric
it should
isn't
be about
much of a
powered up.
healer. That's what happens when you worship the god of failure.
And so I use Bane. Yay, we killed it first try. Awesome. Did a great job.
As the mind flayer expires,
Enemies disappear.
it uses its telepathy to issue one last telepathic
Alright.
message. I hate you. You can now focus your attention on the beholder tank.
See if I get anything. Got red veins. Alright. Got a cruel enchantment, rank 4. Awesome. I don't really need any enchantments, so I need to upgrade enchantments, but that's about it. And to do that, for the most part, I need superior marks, so oops, hit that touchpad a little bit. Going back in. So we're not doing too bad on time. Sorry if you hear any weird background noise. There's a dog near me. Not my dog, but somebody else's. And there's also construction going on from time to time right outside my place. So
Is a hovering construct resembling a beholder.
the joys of that.
The crystals that power the construct are scattered about the workshop, which has closed
Hopefully the
vents
stream is still
7
going on.
feet
I don't
tall.
see anything saying on air or anything like that, so a little bit worried.
They should call this Wackanome. Huh. They better
Seems
start
that I'm in
making gas.
combat, as always. It's one thing I get sick of real quick about having a companion here. They get into battle a lot. Those darn troublemakers.
Stop you.
Anything else over here? Oh, come on. Where the heck are these guys keep coming from? Okay, that should be about all of them. In case anybody was wondering what I'm using for my L2, it's Radiant Strike. Such a good skill. Instead of Relentless Avenger, where it has... Relentless Avenger has longer reach, but it separates enemies. Radiant Strike doesn't. So plus, as you can kind of see, it increases my damage and armor pen by 5%. That's why I like using it. Who are we waiting on? Oh, somebody's clear way over there. Okay. They're coming. If for whatever reason the live broadcast does not work, I'll just upload the video later
The
when
gas
this
is
is
clear,
done.
but the Sverfeblin are still running about. They intend no harm, but you think it might be prudent to knock them out. For their own good, of course.
And it's a little choppy, that's why I don't generally do broadcast here anyway.
Protect the masters!
Yeah, and the weird thing about my build is I mitigate a lot of damage from a lot of enemies, so I out heal or I just don't take damage very quickly. Like if anybody's seen me fight Valindra, they'll notice that I can put up my circle of power and temp HP, and her shadow puppets will try to kill me, and generally my health doesn't drop very quickly, or if at all. Like it'll say I'm taking damage, but my health bar won't move. So my over health, my temp HP won't move.
It uses its telepathy.
So it's almost like I'm completely not taking damage.
It also boasts about the imperviousness of its psychic shield.
The big joke in that dungeon for me right now is
Beholder tank!
that
Beholder tank!
I can't be killed.
You're welcome!
People. I'm gonna say it pretty lightly though. I can be killed. Oh, that was weird. Alright. This group seems to be pretty much on top of this. So, that's good. Means this is a good party. Wow, wow. What was that all about?
Stop you!
As the Mind Flayer expires, it uses its telepathy to issue one last telepathic message. I hate you. You can now focus your
In case anybody was ever wondering, the reason why my weapon looks like this, it's been transmuted with a Timeless Hero sword that you can get from Mantle Dareth by exchanging alliance supplies. Hey look, rank 3 Cruel. And I think my shield is a blue fire shield. I believe I got that back during the winter festival, and it was account bound, so I said, what the hey. Oops. Going back in. Let's see, we still have about 20 minutes left. Yep, my shield looks like that. So, but with the lightning enchantment on it, it just kind of, in my opinion, looks pretty cool.
filled with gas.
Unfortunately, I only have a greater lightning. I didn't bother to upgrade it any further during the last double refinement because it requires resources I just did not want to spend money on, because a greater lightning enchantment is quite a bit of money.
They better start venting gas.
I thought they already
I
did.
believe it's close to 1 million or so AD. PS4 one, and lightning enchantment has quickly become one of the most expensive enchantments in the game. Especially with the buff to it. To scale to power.
Really stink. Huh. Maybe they should change
Nothing
their
there.
rations.
Okay, that's all for this side. Nobody's even
They
gone
should
back
call
there
this
yet.
Wagano.
Protect the masters. Must stop you.
Again, I love using Templar's Wrath. I got mail. I wonder who from.
The gas is cleared, but the Sverfeblin are still running about. They intend no harm, but you think it might be prudent to knock them out. For their own good, of course.
I might have sold something in the auction house, or it might be another message from a guild member. All depends. That was weird. Did we just, like, skip opening the door? That's crazy. I've never seen this actually happen, so this is kind of interesting. I guess if you want to speedrun it, somehow somebody has figured out a way to ignore the door. And so we can go straight into immobilizing these guys. Yeah, wow, that's really weird. I've never seen that happen. Somebody's hurt. Interesting. I mean, we're all level 70s, which is interesting. We're being scaled down. Sorry, seeing somebody at half health definitely
A mind flayer appears.
sends a warning to me that they might be lower level or lower item level, but I don't know.
It also boasts about the imperviousness of its psychic shield.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Beholder tank.
Alright.
Beholder tank who? You're welcome.
Who knows? Maybe this speed run tactic might work a little bit as a method to get our beholder tanks quicker. Alright, I'm backing off, because I don't think they're going to be able to kill it. Alright. Alright, I'm not even going to bother. Alright. So,
As the mind flayer expires,
who knows if this actually pay off in the end. I'm hoping it does, but I remember the last time this event rolled
You
around,
can now focus your attention on the beholder tank.
I ran this thing so many times. Okay, so this is something that I have heard of, but have not actually seen. I cannot actually, like, even look at the beholder tank, so I can't inspect it or anything like that. So definitely a glitch. It's something I've heard of. I've just never have, you know, seen it happen. So it kind of sucks that it happened then, who knows if it would have been some easier way to get that, but it might have something to do with the fact that somebody managed to activate the second part of the quest without actually. Still have about 15 minutes left. Yeah, we're doing pretty good time. Takes us about 5 or so minutes to clear it.
I've got a high dexterity. You find yourselves in an artificer's workshop, filled with gas and crazy Smurfeblin
Alright,
running around.
what is this, like
Looming
our
large in the shop is a hovering construct
third or fourth run?
The crystals that power the construct are scattered about the workshop, which has closed vents set into its walls. They better start venting gas.
I thought they already did.
And they're going that way. I am going over to this little enclave area. Nope, nothing here. It's interesting to see a rust monster running around. Mainly because I don't use a rust monster. I know it's a pretty interesting companion. I just don't see the use in it all that much. I currently use the con artist, but it's an okay companion. I'd rather use the, I think it's the Assassin Drake, where it's like double the debuff
The gas is
that the
clear,
con artist
but
or
the
the
Smurfeblins are
Sellsword
still
can do.
running about. They intend no harm.
And very few people actually have it, so pretty awesome
For their own
companion.
good, of course.
Hard time kicking them. Whatever. I'll let them kick it. There's one. Alright, all finished. Okay. Yeah, when this
Mind Flayer appears. It uses its
mount
telepathy to translate
first
its
came out,
malevolent
like for this
intentions.
event, I really
Also
wanted it,
boasts about the
but
imperviousness of its psychic shield.
things changed. Different mounts came out. We read a little bit more into them. Found out that the companion or the mount that I really want is the Tensor's floating disc. But at the same time, it's like, it's a great companion, or not companion, mount. Oh my god, I can't believe I keep on saying that. Great mount. Don't know how I feel about the other ones that a lot of people claim to be like the best. Because I'm not one of those people who says, well, this is best in slot or optimized or anything like that. I'm one of those players who goes for, is it useful to me at this exact moment? Okay, Mind Flayer dead.
As the Mind Flayer expires, it uses its telepathy to issue one last telepathic message.
Still think he...
I hate you.
It's funny that he says
can
the
now
last
focus your attention
telepathic
on the
message is,
focus.
I hate you. Awesome. Okay, got some more Thunder Dews. And rank 3 Brutal.
Lady Luck is my mistress.
And again. Last time I looked at it was 43. 49, so yeah, about 6 minutes. A run. As long as you move quickly.
I've got a high dexterity.
You find yourselves in an artificer's workshop.
So if I'm lucky, I
filled
can
with gas
get like
and crazy
2,
Smerfeblin running around.
possibly
Looming
3,
large
depending
in the
on if I
shop is
can
a hovering construct
get a good
resembling
group,
beholder.
be efficient.
The crystals that power the construct are scattered about the workshop, which has closed vents set into
Great
its
thing
walls.
about this cutscene, though, is you can kind of look around a little bit to see where switches are.
Huh. They better start venting gas. I thought they already did.
And to be most efficient on this, the quickest characters should go the furthest away. That way, the slower characters who can't get all the way to other locations can flip the closer
These
switches.
adventurers really stink.
Huh. Maybe they should change their rations.
The fact that I actually made it all the way back here, and I am, if I remember correctly, the slowest class of the game. Then I feel like the quicker characters, like the Great Weapon Fighters, Scourge Warlocks, especially, and sometimes even the Devoted Clerics, are not really doing their part. Wonder if anybody went down here. Yeah, somebody did. Okay. Missing 2 switches. I'm guessing they're down here. Somebody just walked by them, didn't even think about them. Yep. But the next one is directly to my left. Nope. I don't know where the last one is. Unless it's directly across. Probably is. Let them get it. Another note, there are only 4 people in this one. I just realized that. What the... Alright.
The gas is cleared, but the Sverfeblin are still running about. They intend no harm, but you think it might be prudent to knock them out. For their own good, of course.
Alright, so 2 boots to the head.
Protect the masters.
Alright. I might only get the 2 runs in instead of the 3. Don't want to deal with them. It's way over there, gee. I really feel like this circle should be bigger. Just, I don't know, a little bit.
A mind flayer appears.
So that if you're on the other side of the beholder tank, you technically are there.
Also boasts of the imperviousness of its shield.
Who's there?
Beholder tank!
Beholder tag who?
You're welcome!
Funny thing about this, though, you can use any crystals you want to get your beholder tank. Oh, what was that? Wow, somebody wants me to have double report cards. Oops. Okay. The enemies are over there being a pain in the butt. Oh, come on. Wow. Are you kidding me? Okay. It's irritating. Jeez.
As the mind flayer expires, it uses its telepathy to issue one last telepathic message. I hate you. You can now focus your attention on the beholder tank.
Alright, so what does Beholder do? For whatever reason, doesn't actually acknowledge that I can inspect it. So, there are 2 minutes left of the event. That one took a lot longer than I anticipated. So, let's take a look. We're going to go back. We're going to get out of
Lady Luck is my
the
mistress.
group. And then we're going to queue again. It says there are 2 minutes left still. And we're in. Luckily, the game won't kick us.
Trust me.
You find yourselves in an artificer's workshop, filled with gas.
But twice I've investigated the Beholder, or tried to, and it wouldn't let me. So, maybe it's a little bit more widespread than I have ever expected. I've never noticed the problem before. I've ran this thing a lot. So, I'm just going to go directly across. There is one leper.
These adventurers really stink.
Kind of
Maybe they should change their rations.
scenic, I guess. Got Scourge Warlock Heckler. I didn't hit the last switch, come on. Alright, says the event's over and shards. The shards are up. Alright, cool.
But the Sverfeblin are still running about. They intend no harm, but you think it might be prudent to knock them out. For their own good, of course.
So the event is technically over, but we're going into overtime. Must be an archer somewhere, yep. Hunter Ranger.
A mind flayer appears. It uses its telepathy to transmit its malevolent intentions. It also boasts about the imperviousness of its psychic shield.
Alright, had a quick sound issue. So, basically, somebody else coming by, talking, and so forth. But one of those things that really bothers me about doing any type of recording is that people will come by and be like, oh, what are you doing? Be like, oh, this is what I'm doing.
Who dares to interrupt? Some creatures here.
Alright, we killed him. Alright, that wasn't very hard. Let's see if the beholder tank is generous or not. The event is technically over.
I hate you. You can now focus your attention on the beholder tank.
Can I focus on the beholder tank? I got nothing. Alright, so that is 2 whole events without getting a beholder tank. At least I got a rank 3. Oh, that was a weird error. You already have all the items in this package. Thanks. Didn't know that there was a package. Okay, I'm gonna claim that before I forget. Open up the rest of these things that I've gotten. I love getting the do. This is actually kind of interesting considering this is the first time I've actually gotten one of these in this entire event. So this is a little weird of a item. I don't understand why I still have it. So that. Alright. So I got my enchant key. Gonna open that up. Why not? I got an artifact back. Yay, I think. What do they typically have in them? Yeah, nobody cares about these things. So, pretty interesting event. I still don't necessarily like it. As you kind of see, I'm kind of low on items. So, I'm gonna go ahead and sell whatever I don't need, which is all the cruels, the brutals, so forth. Unless, actually, if you're viewing this, I'll have an event in about a week. That's what I'll do. I'll have a drawing for some leftover enchantments. I'll be taking the Brittles and Savages that I have, and Cruels. So these few enchantments I have will be up for a drawing. It's not much, I understand. And unfortunately, I'm not going to put anything like this up there. Some people might be asking what this is. It's a Glorious Resurgence Legendary Pack. I bought it for diamonds. It's going to be going for a different type of event, maybe. Alright, so. And the announcements will be sometime next week, probably after the... Actually, I'm going to make it right before the next event, the Wonders of Gond, because that's going to be popping up, and I want to make sure everybody gets the benefit of trying that out a little bit. So before that, I want to make sure that they actually have these. That way they can make a decision on if they want to upgrade them or not. I'm going to go ahead and refine those diamonds. So, thank you for watching. I'm going to go ahead and do this, and then we're going to see where it puts me, considering should put me back out in the Protector's Enclave. Huh. That is interesting. I'm in the Burrowdawn Inn. Even though the event is dead. No, actually, I think it's transferring me to the Enclave. Okay. Sometimes it'll do that. It's very weird that it does this, but kind of exciting. And I think all of the vendors are probably gone already, so you can't exchange any of your crystal dice or the like. Look at how it puts me way up here, even though the event was down there. So, bear with me for a sec. See if the vendor is still down here. Yeah, the event ended, and there is nowhere to exchange your crystal dice post-event. So, just a heads up for anybody who is doing the event, you need to exchange for your stuff before the end of the event. I wish I would have known that, because I have quite a few crystal dice. I have 109. Could have done something with them. So, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully this was entertaining to watch me, or at least a little bit, I don't know, informational and a learning experience.